today on Divorce Court.
I'm here because I want a better marriage.
She knows her buttons to push with her words, so she'll slay that slick side remark, and I give her that look like, oh, for real?
He talks to other women, and that makes me feel like I'm not good enough.
I didn't have sex with these women, but I got the crucifixion for it, so I feel like if I have to be crucified for the crime, I should be at least given the opportunity to do the crime.
He signed up to be married and the kids, so I think he should show us a little bit more attention.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lucy Hayman and Marcus Williams. The two of you have been together for 10 years, married for the last 2. You have 2 children together, but each of you have 2 children outside of your marriage. You two are in trouble. Hence you are in divorce court. I will start with you, Ms. Hayman. Why don't you tell me what is the nature of the difficulty in your marriage?
The nature of the difficulty is Marcus has a problem talking to other women.
Let me just put this out there. From my notes, I have in the 10 years that you guys were together, you've broken up and gotten back together, and on one of your breakups, both you got someone pregnant and you got pregnant.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how does that happen?
Basically, when we broke up, he actually broke up with me. Mm-hmm. And I was hurt, you know. We had been through a lot, and I was actually with someone that I knew for a very long time. And we actually had a baby. Mm-hmm.
Just because you know somebody doesn't make sex any less fertile. You know what I mean? And what happened on your end?
I was just doing me, to be honest with you.
You got to support those kids now, right?
Oh, I support all my children.
And that's one of your problems between the 2 of you.
I wouldn't say it's a problem. I just feel like she doesn't understand what it's like in that situation.
Okay. My understanding is you think he gives one of his baby's mothers too much money.
I don't feel like he gives her too much money. I just feel like the financial situation isn't straight enough for you to, you know, give out so much money. You know, you have kids at home that, you know, need that support, and I feel like he should take care of the kids at home before he takes care of the kids that aren't in the home.
No, you're just wrong. You just wrong on that one. He's supposed to take care of all of his kids.
Right. I believe he should take care of all of them.
There's no, you know, well, it really isn't my problem. You, however, your main problem is, though, that he just won't stop talking to other women.
Right.
Tell me about that. What's he doing?
Text messages, emails, on social media.
Are you overly friendly? Are you exchanging
Man,
endearments with another woman other than your wife?
Your Honor, that is false. It's not true. I'm a people person, so I like to keep the peace. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like how can I put this? I just don't want no drama with my baby mama. Put it like that. So if she going through something, and I gotta be like, hey, you straight? You know what I'm saying? If she, you know, emotional, I understand that's my wife or whatever, but she also has to understand that's the mother of my child. Mm-hmm. So if she not straight, my child not straight. And if I gotta go that extra mile and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, you cool? And she confides in me and talks to me about what's going on, and I can help her through that, and I don't see what's the problem with it. Okay. I can see if I was saying, you know, I can come over there, you know what I'm saying?
Does it contain anything sexual?
Maybe a while ago, like when the baby was a baby, there were some, you know, sexual text messages, emails going on. But that was then.
That was then, right? What's happening now?
I really just have my guard up from things that happened before. So I just feel like they're a little bit too friendly.
Here's my thing. You gotta bring me some solid evidence. You gotta bring me a picture. You gotta bring me a text message. You gotta bring me an email. You gotta bring me some kind of evidence.
Right.
So when I went back and I said, okay, she talking about I'm texting, boo, bae this. Let me go make sure I ain't slipped up. So when I go back in my phone and my emails and my Facebook and everything, she done miraculously checked. When I'm looking down like,
Ain't nothing there.
yo, I don't see
Ain't
no,
nothing there.
I don't
Because
see
he
no
deletes
boo.
it all.
Well, what happened during the 2011-2012 period where there were a series of women on the internet, the 4 GFEs?
Marcus was actually role playing, acting out sexual fantasies or whatever with these women. And I can't really recall everything that the email said, but it made me upset.
Okay.
And he sent pictures. He claims he didn't.
Of his personal
Yes.
property?
He claims he sent from face down to here. But I just really believe that he sent naked pictures.
The entire situation.
Yes.
Mr. Williams, will you tell me a little bit about the online sexual fantasy site and your involvement therein?
It was more of an entertaining thing than anything, but it didn't go farther than sex. I mean, than the emails. And I
Emails
didn't
back
send.
and forth to individual women acting out sexual fantasies. Now you knew that was tired. You couldn't even get it out of your mouth without laughing because you knew how tired that was, right?
Yeah, I understand.
Now, let me help you out if I can. You said you weren't being valued as a husband. What led you to believe, or what led you to feel that you weren't valued as a husband?
I mean, I feel like I should be able to do what I want.
Let me ask you this. What does she ask you to do that you believe is above and beyond what you ought to give her?
Doing stuff for others before
Such
I do
as?
for my own, like watching somebody else's kids and they not giving you collateral.
Collateral. I never heard of collateral before. Ms. Hayman, we've talked about collateral now. I want to switch to sex. You say that you think that's the only thing holding your relationship together, and I want to know why you think that.
He'll hold the hands up and he'll,
I sure will.
you know,
I sure
For
do. I
hours.
sure do.
for hours, you know, and
Are you playing with the kids?
no, he'll play by himself.
That's not true.
When you say you believe sex is the only thing holding your marriage together, tell me what you mean.
I feel like that's the only intimate time that we have. You know, I feel like that's the only time he'll tell me he loved me, and I really feel it. I really believe it. You know, and that's why I feel like that.
You wrote something in your papers that I think a lot of women have as a complaint. You said, when he's here, he's never here.
Right.
He's here on the phone,
Right.
he's here dealing, but it's never eye to eye, me
Right.
to you, soul to soul, hear me.
Right.
Mr. Williams, do you have any idea what I'm talking about there? Can you see a little bit of what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you there when you're there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm there. My issue is she's not that affectionate. She doesn't kiss me like that. Like, she don't like kissing. I like kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm an affectionate man. I love, you know what I'm saying, being affectionate with my woman, but if you ain't gonna, like, accept it, then what you want me to do? And then with the being here thing, like I said, I pay the bills, I make sure you straight, I make sure the kids straight. I'm coming home to where that refrigerator at. So when that refrigerator go down, then that's when I'm leaving. Until then, I'm gonna be at home. So I don't know what she talking about.
I'll tell you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Women need to be heard. We need to know that you care about how we feel.
Yes.
And what she's doing is she doesn't think you care about how she feels, so she's not affectionate. She feels like not a person. And it's really easy. This is the deep part. It's really easy to satisfy that. 10 minutes of conversation.
Right.
And we're straight.
But
No, not just this, that, or the other, but hearing her. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Did I get it right?
Yes, ma'am. You got it right. You got to hit the nail on the head.
Now let me add, that's because I've been here forever. I've seen it. Mr. Williams, you have some interesting hobby. Tell me about, I'll ask Ms. Hayman. Why don't you tell me about his hobbies? Because they're
sure
interesting.
will. Yes, ma'am.
Please.
Marcus has plenty of hobbies. One, he likes to go in the studio and He sings,
Does
he writes
music.
music and raps, and he plays with these little collector's items. And then, like, he'll hold the hands up and he'll, psh,
I sure will.
you know,
I sure
For
do.
hours.
I sure do.
for hours, you know, and
Are you playing with the kids?
no, he'll play by himself.
That's not true. That's
He
not
plays
true.
by himself.
You're not
not
fighting
true.
action figures by yourself,
That's not
are you?
true, Your Honor. I
Well,
draw.
what do you do?
I draw.
Uh-huh.
I draw. I have a lot of hobbies. So one of my dreams is to create my own manga, which is the Japanese word for another comic book. So I bought the collectible figurines for 3 reasons. 1, I collect them. 2, they're gonna be worth some money in the next couple of years, you know what I'm saying, when they get discontinued. And then 3, they help me with my drawing. So yes, I will act out a scene that goes in the comic, and then we'll sit there and literally draw it and write down the words.
The
and all
words to that-
Yeah,
to that comic.
Of course, that's
Yeah,
what I
gotcha.
want to do. Now, if that's a problem, I could go throw that money I spent on that at the strip club, but I don't.
I got you.
We both split the bills.
Oh, you work?
Yes, ma'am. I work 15 hours a day at a warehouse.
Yeah, she works.
I work as well.
And now everything changes. Should Lucynda give Marcus more free time to enjoy his hobbies? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. So, economics is a big deal with you guys. One is that he has other children with other women and he has to pay them. You have a primary concern that he's paying at least one of them off the books. In other words, not through
Right.
child support
Right.
and with no record. Why don't you explain what you're concerned about in that regard?
I'm concerned about, you know, the situation going sour. And with him just giving her money, it's not backed by anything. So if she decides to be like, well, you didn't do anything for this amount of time, so I'm gonna put you on child support, and now you have to pay back child support because you have no proof that you paid anything. So I think that he should write out an agreement. I mean, anything.
Or just give her a check or something that
A check
that
with the
show
receipt,
proof.
money order, anything.
Mr. Williams, what's your response to that?
Mama ain't raised no dummy. My bank account say when it's sent and when it gets sent. So I got receipts for everything that I buy.
You got receipts for
Oh
everything?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
well
yeah.
then as long as he got paperwork, as long as he got paperwork,
She's so worried about me touching her, she ain't worried about what I'm really doing.
yeah, okay. Mr. Williams, what do you think is the primary problem in your relationship?
The primary problem in a relationship for me is that I'm not able to do what I want and do what I feel, and I'm not able to, you know what I'm saying, I don't feel valued and appreciated. I just feel like I'm just a man, I'm supposed to do certain things, and I can't feel a certain way, or I can't say this because I'm a man at the end of the day. And it's things I'm supposed to do.
Like what?
Like, I take care of her and the kids,
Right.
and I'm supposed to do that, but I can't talk about it. Like, I can't bring it up.
I'm not sure I'm with you.
Kind of like I can't use it as ammo to back myself up in a situation with her.
You should never be using ammunition in a wedding, in a marriage. It's not ammo. If you're shooting each other, you're engaging in battle. That's a war. That's not a marriage.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? You
Yes,
can't
ma'am.
hold it over her head.
Yeah.
You've got to actually, you're going to do this because you're going to do it, and then ask for what you want.
Yeah,
What is it you want? If I could wave my magic wand and get her to say certain things in your direction, what would it be?
1, let the past be the past. 2, put them certain people that you know about in check, and respect my house, and that's it.
Do you understand what he's telling you about his wants and needs?
I understand.
I think he needs to feel appreciated. I think he needs to feel like if he comes home, he's working all day, and everything you say to him is, this isn't good enough, that's not enough, this is not enough, as opposed to, hey, babe, how was your day?
Right.
All that kind of, you know what I mean? That little pat on the back. It feels like I'm doing everything I can, and all you do is bring up what I don't do.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because if you don't have any positivity in his direction, he's going to feel unvalued for the
Right.
work that he does.
Right.
And you don't come and say, hey, babe, you know, thanks for the check. And that's not necessary. But a, hey, babe, have a beer, sit down, da-da-da, is a thanks for the check. Do you see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Did I hit it?
But
Yes,
I need that in return. I need that in return because you see how he says, I take care of the bills and I do that? That's not an I thing because we both split the bills.
Oh, you work?
Yes, ma'am. I work 15 hours a day at a warehouse.
Yeah, she works.
I work as well.
And now everything changes. What is causing the tension in Lucynda and Marcus's 11-year relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Now, Mr. Williams, I see the light. And it's all streaming on you. You believe that you should be applauded for your economic contribution because you're a dude, and somehow that extra testosterone requires a hand. And that her money is house money, which you don't have to respect, that you don't have to applaud because it may not be as much as yours.
It is.
It is?
Yes, ma'am.
Your stuff is sad, tired, weak, and wobbly. Now, if she's working that hard outside of the house, you should be working that hard inside of the house. Everybody wants to claim manhood when it's convenient, but not when it's inconvenient. I'm the man, I make the money, I make the money. She's making the money too. And she's cleaning, and she's cooking, and she's taking care of the kids. Nobody gives her a moment to breathe when she gets home. No one. And all you can say is, but I got my artwork, but I got my music, but I got my hobbies. What has she got? It's a question.
Oh, I mean, I don't know.
What is her joy?
I don't know, y'all. I ask her all
What
the
is her
time.
pleasure?
She got many. Dancing, for one.
Does she do that on the regular?
No, but of course she blames that on me.
Does she have time?
Yeah,
No.
she got time.
You say money, then my time. You say I bring in money, then there's my time. She brings in money, she needs time too. Some of that time she needs to be with you.
Okay.
Some of that time you need to handle your business at the household while she can handle her business just like you do. The joys and the passions and the hobbies, she needs to have that as well. You can't claim man when it's convenient. You got to claim man all the time, and a good man not only financially contributes, but contributes to the health of the relationship. All that kissing you looking for, you start that sucker up.
I do.
You know what I'm saying? But she has to be appreciated in total. She's not feeling appreciated. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you came in here and talked about money like you were Warren Buffett with a stay-at-home wife, and clearly
Right.
that is not the case.
Right.
Nah,
You hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Respect her.
I do.
Listen to her. Hear her. This matter's adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The judge said we need to feed our marriage before it starves, so I'm taking the initiative to listen to you more and realize that there are a lot of things more important than money, because I love you and I don't want to lose you.
All right, and with that being said, I can work on being a little bit more affectionate, and I can work on valuing you a little bit more. All right? Because I don't want to lose you either.